I'd like to call this village board meeting of November 2nd. Is it just? Yes. 2017 to order. Would the clerk please take the roll?
President Jackson,
Here.
Trustee Schmidt,
Here.
Trustee Sullivan,
Here.
Trustee Light,
Here.
Trustee Meritato,
Here.
Trustee Pojek,
Here.
Trustee Schroeder.
Here.
Would you all please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Schmidt.
Thank you, Mayor.
One of these days, I'm going to surprise you, though. You're not going to be first.
I'm always first. Okay, anyway. The next coffee with the mayor and the village board is this Saturday, November 4th, from 10 a.m. to noon at the Center for Senior Citizens. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the mayor or village board, please call the mayor's office anytime at 630-909-5303. Please join Mayor Linda Jackson, the Village Board of Trustees, the Glendale Heights Police Department, and Glendale Heights VFW Post 2377 for a ceremony at Veterans Memorial Park as we honor all military personnel, past and present. The Veterans Day ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. on Veterans Day, November 11th. The event includes a flag and color guard presentation, rifle salute, and a tribute to our fallen warriors. Please note that all village offices will be closed Friday, November 10th in observance of Veterans Day. For more information, please call the mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Trustee Sullivan.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Help spread Christmas cheer. The Village of Glendale Heights Christmas Sharing Program will be helping those in need this holiday season by providing meals and gifts to families. Gift tag listings, wish for items, will be decorating trees located on the first floor of the Civic Center, the Center for Senior Citizens, and the Sports Hub, beginning November 17th. Please attach the gift tag to your unwrapped gift donations and return it to the Civic Center or the Center for Senior Citizens by December 8th. For more information on how you can get involved in Christmas sharing, please contact Debbie McKenzie at 630-260-6050. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Trustee
welcome,
Light.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
While writing your holiday greeting cards to friends and family, please remember our military personnel who have or who are currently serving our country during the holidays. The village is collecting holiday greeting cards and will mail them in time for holiday delivery. Please drop off your holiday greeting cards to Village Hall by December 1st. Please do not put cards in envelopes. Please do not put cards in envelopes, decorate cards with glitter, or add personal information like email or social media. For more information, please call 630-909-5327. The Village of Glendale Heights invites all residents to celebrate the start of the holiday season with the annual tree lighting ceremony on Monday, November 27th at 7 p.m. Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be our guest of honor. The holiday decor and lights will illuminate the Civic Center. Enjoy the holiday sounds of Christmas carols and share the holiday spirit as Mayor Linda Jackson and the Village Board of Trustees and Mr. and Mrs. Claus illuminate the Civic Center complex with just a flick of a switch. And be sure to stay around afterwards to warm up with free refreshments. For more information, please contact the mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mike. Clerk Schmidt.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Visit the historic house on December 4th at 6:30 p.m. at 311 Windy Point Drive and experience what a Victorian Christmas might have been like 100 years ago. Admission is free and refreshments will be served. Tours of the home will be offered, and children will have the opportunity to make a Victorian decoration to take home. For more information on the Victorian Christmas, please contact the mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Trustee Meritato.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Men's basketball returns for another great season. Some of the top players and teams in the area converge to face off in our men's basketball league. Register your team in one of three divisions: highly competitive, and recreational. Prizes are awarded to the top teams in each division. For more information, please call the Sports Hub at 630-260-6060. To enable an efficient and effective street sweeping schedule, parking on streets is prohibited through the month of November between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on one designated day. Color-coded days, no parking signs have been posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Parking is prohibited on Monday for the red zone, Tuesday for the blue zone, Wednesday for the green zone, and Friday for the brown zone. To find out your zone, visit the village website. For any questions on the street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Trustee Pojek.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Breakfast with Santa will be celebrated at Glendale Lakes Golf Club on Saturday, December 9th, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Breakfast includes all-you-can-eat pancakes with sausage and a beverage. The price of an adult breakfast is $5, and a children's breakfast is $3. Photos with Mr. and Mrs. Claus are $2. No registration is required in the event, and the event fee is paid at the door. For more information, please contact the Sports Hub at 630-260-6060. Stop by the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens on Wednesday, November 15th from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. to get a jump start on your holiday shopping. There will be an assortment of handmade crafts ranging from scarves, handmade jewelry, ornaments, and much more. This event is open to the community, and you do not have to be a member of the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens. For more information, please call the Center for Senior Citizens at 630-260-6050. Thank you.
Thank you, Chester. Trustee Schroeder.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
The Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens has a senior health insurance program called SHIP, which is a sponsored site and is offering open enrollment assistance for senior citizens through December the 7th. Our trained volunteer counselors can provide a one-on-one assistance to Medicare beneficiaries and their caregivers. This SHIP program and volunteers can provide you with the information you need to make educated decisions about your insurance. This free statewide health insurance counseling service is sponsored by the Illinois Department of Insurance. Stop by the Center for Senior Citizens to pick up your prevention service program information. So please call the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens at 630-260-6050 to schedule an appointment for assistance with your health insurance questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Next, I need to call for a public hearing by the Mayor and Board of Trustees on November 16th, 2017, at 7:25 p.m. for the purpose of discussing the annual tax levy, assessment, and collection of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2017, and ending April 30th, 2018. So if you would all mark your calendars, it would be appreciated. We have one proclamation tonight, and it is a proclamation to proclaim the month of November as American Diabetes Awareness Month. So if there are no objections, I will sign the proclamation.
No objections.
Thank you. Oh. Next, I would like to appoint Assistant Village Administrator Michael Mirren to the following committees and commissions: Charity Golf Classic Committee, Ethics Committee as advisor, Glendale Lakes Golf Club Committee, and the Governmental Agency Partnership GAP Committee as chairman. Have fun.
Great.
I don't know about the golf committee.
I would, a motion would be in order to concur with the appointment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Have fun, Mike. Next,
Spare time.
I would like to make following appointments to the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee, and that would be for Roy Toma, who I see sitting out in the audience. If he would like to stand, you don't have to talk. Or just wave, Roy. Thank you. And Lavanna Hawkins. Debbie suggested them for the Senior Citizen Committee.
That's good.
So, again, a motion to concur would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Roy. Next, we have public discussion of agenda items. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to address this board on an agenda item, please step forward. Being none, you have the consent agenda before you. Trustee Sullivan,
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
roll call vote.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan,
Yes.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. Actually, there is no old business, and there is no new business. So the next thing on our agenda would be public discussion of agenda items once more. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to address this board on an agenda item, please step forward. Being none, a motion would be in order to go into executive session. Trustee Schroeder,
Motion to close the meeting and go into executive session.
Second.
roll call vote.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan,
Yes.
Trustee Light.
Yes.
We are going into executive session. We should be back in a very short time, and then it will be committee of the whole. And imminent litigation pursuant to the Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120/5 C11. Do we want a new motion?
Oh, we're fine,
Okay,
we're fine. It's just a clarification with the motion.
just a clarification, and we will be back very shortly. like to call this meeting back to order. There was no action taken in executive session. And that ends the board meeting, so a motion to adjourn would be in order. Trustee Sullivan.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Committee of the whole goes to trustee Meritato.
I'd like to call the committee the whole meeting of November 2nd, 2017 to order. Marie, you know who's present?
Noted.
Is there any add-ons or deletions? Okay. Any public comment? Okay, we'll move right along here. We'll go to committee recommendations. Plan Commission. A recommendation to approve an application for a conditional use in an I-industrial PUD district for outdoor storage to permit the storage of construction material such as conduit, PVC pipe, wire spools, and pellets within a 200 by 50 storage yard on the north side of the building located at 900 Regency Drive, Gray Bar Electric. Trustee Sullivan.
Move it to the board with a recommendation to concur.
Second.
Discussion? Being no discussion? Roll call? No roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, being none, we'll move it to the board.
Baseball game.
Just like a baseball game. Number 2, Plan Commission. A recommendation to approve an application for conditional use in the C2 Community Commercial District for a restaurant serving alcohol beverages located at 254 Town Center Lane, Sabrina's Cafe. Trustee Pojek.
Move it to the board with recommendation.
Second.
Discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Being none, we'll move it to the board. Okay, discussion regarding presentation of the 2017 tax levy recommendation.
Thank you. Always a privilege to come before you to talk about taxes.
Yay.
If I could just take a lead off of the World Series, we hope to hit a home run with you tonight with the tax levy. State statutes require that the annual tax levy ordinances be filed with the county clerk on or before the last Tuesday in December. This evening, I'll attempt to provide a brief explanation and overview of the background that drives the tax levy process and give you a summary of the recommended tax levy for 2017. Taxing authorities all across the county send their respective levy requests to the county clerk. Tax bills are prepared by the DuPage County Treasurer, and they go out at the end of April. Taxpayers pay the DuPage County Treasurer in 2 installments in June and September. The DuPage County Treasurer then distributes the village's share. Displayed here is a typical tax bill. This tax bill is actually from the north side of town. A frequently asked question is, what does the village do with my tax money, assuming that the village is getting and keeping the entire amount shown on the bill? Of course, the notion that the village receives all the taxes shown on the tax bill is simply not true. The village is one of many taxing bodies that make up your total tax bill. With so many taxing authorities, it can be confusing to understand who gets tax levy money and how much. The chart here shows the breakdown and percentages of taxes retained by each taxing district. On the average, and depending on where you live in the village, 10.9% of the property tax burden is assessed by the village. So for example, if your total tax bill is $6,000, the village would receive 10.9% of that, or $654, while the remaining portion goes to the other taxing districts. Schools get the highest percentage by far. This evening's remarks will only focus on the village's 10.9% portion of the property tax bill. When we look at the details of an average $6,000 property tax bill, this table reveals what each separate taxing body receives. An important distinction within the village is that there's no park district taxing body. Instead, the village has this recreation department. What this means to residents
Don?
is that the $654 includes our levy for recreation. And because the village includes recreation as part of the overall tax levy, our comparison to other municipalities can sometimes appear misleading. Major advantage to having a recreation department as opposed to a separate park district are the benefits of unified administration, human resources, finance, purchasing, information technology, and other support-type services. To give you some perspective on the difference between park district tax levies and the village's levy for recreation, note in the table here that the village had the lowest rate in 2016 compared to surrounding communities which have separate park districts. We're the bottom, the lowest. Going back to our previous $654 property tax bill example, this chart shows you the breakdown of what services the village provides with those tax dollars. Here you can see in this table how the equalized assessed value, or EAV, have fluctuated over the last decade. Beginning in 2016 is when we saw the first signs of a housing value rebound. And although we're still a long way from the EAV values that we recorded in 2008. So you ask, what is an equalized assessed value, or EAV? It's this complex formula. It's the result of applying the state equalization factor to the assessed value of a parcel of property. Tax bills are calculated by multiplying the EAV after taking into account deductions for homestead exemptions or other exemptions and multiplying by the tax rate. Simple. Since 2008, the village has essentially held the line when it comes to the property tax levy, keeping a promise made by the mayor and the board of trustees to be fiscally responsible with public dollars. Unfortunately, recent actions by the state of Illinois have compromised the village's ability to keep this commitment. With the passage of the current state budget, certain revenues that are shared with municipalities were cut. In particular, the Local Government Distributive Fund, or LGDF, was reduced by 10% beginning this past July 1st. LGDF monies come from personal and corporate income taxes that are paid to the state and are shared back with local governments based on population. A 10% reduction in the LGDF works out to a $283,000 negative impact on village revenues. Additionally, the state's now withholding 2% of monies from home rule sales tax and excise tax, otherwise known as our telecommunications tax, and keeping those funds, calling it an administrative collection fee. The impact of this new fee takes away another $91,500 away from the village. With such a significant impact to our revenues, the village is left with little choice but to seek an increase in the property tax levy and still be in a position to deliver the quality services residents and businesses have come to expect from us. For a home valued at $150,000 or an equalized assessed valuation of $50,000, the 5% property tax increase equates to just under $33 for the year. So with your approval of the property tax levy as I presented, the next action will be to place a notice of public hearing in the newspaper, have first reading of the tax levy and levy abatement ordinances scheduled for November 16th, and final reading and adoption would take place at the December board meeting. And the last slide has my contact information. I'm happy to answer any residents' tax questions or your questions.
Is there any questions?
Yeah.
Jackson?
Bill, could we put up on the screen, yep, that's the,
What we tried to do, Mayor, here is merge the impact, the consequences of the state's reduction in our local government distributive fund and this 2% collection fee that they're now imposing. And you can see that it really almost matches the amount that we're asking in the levy.
I mean, we have tried and tried and tried to hold our tax levy down, and we were successful for 8 years. And now the state has decided to try and balance, which they still haven't done, their budget by taking away from local governments that have worked hard and kept balanced budgets. I don't get it. I don't think it's right. But you can see by the money that the state has now kept from us, the 5% increase is necessary to keep us right where we're at right now. And none of us want to do this, but that's what the state of Illinois has done to municipalities. They're balancing, or trying to balance their budget and pay their bills off the backs of what rightfully belongs to our taxpayers. So as much as we don't want to, you can see that a 5% increase gives us just what the state took away. So I don't know. In order to keep our services and programs the same, it's something we have to do. So I don't know how, what everybody else thinks. I know nobody wants to see us raise it, but I don't feel that the state has given us any chance, any way of avoiding it. So I'm done.
I think, probably what I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna make not too many friends. I think the state of Illinois should get their act together and get a budget and quit taking money from all the villages, because that's all they're doing is hurting us. And to keep our programs going the way we have to, I mean, this is what we have to do. Nobody wants to raise taxes. I mean, nobody does. I mean, mine go up just like everybody else's. But the state's got to get their act together and get some qualified people or something to get a budget. I mean, that's ridiculous what they do with the money. As far as I'm concerned, even the school districts, I mean, we're giving free breakfasts and lunch to every single kid in school. I mean, who you think is paying for that? I mean, we are. I mean, I think that's ridiculous. I mean, if you need money, that's a different story. I'm for all that. If you don't have any money, hey, you know what? We'll feed you. I mean, that's not a problem. But I mean, we're feeding kids that their parents are making $100,000 a year in town, and we're giving them free breakfasts and lunches. I mean, that is totally nuts. But I mean, I said my piece, but hey, you know, I had to say what I got to say. So is anybody else? Mike?
Yes, I gotta agree with you, Pat, 100% on many of those things. Keep in mind, we are on the board, we're all residents of Glendale Heights, and we're all affected by this tax increase. None of us are happy about this at all. I mean, I will do what I can to see what can be done in the future with our spending and everything else that we have. So I promise you this, it's not making us happy, but I know it has to be done. Not at all happy.
Justin?
At our last property enhancement meeting, we had all the owners of apartments, the complexes. They were all complaining about they have to wait for, get inspection, final inspections, et cetera, till I spoke up and told them that they did not understand or know that the state screwed us out of almost $400,000. That's why they wanted more people on the staff for Joanne to hire another inspector. We just can't do it. We don't have the budget. Am I correct, Joanne?
You're correct.
And they finally, hopefully, they understood that, but you never know. When it comes to taxes, they frown.
Any other? Okay, being none. Now that I'm aggravated, I forgot where I was.
Sorry.
Okay. That's it. Is there any other? Mayor Jackson.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is now over. Thank you.